So a lot of you were extremely interested in my DJI FPV system TRX4 version here. 10 of you are really lame. For the rest of you guys, I owe you a finale of this to show you how it is all fully installed and working now. And that's what we're gonna do coming up right now on the channel. What is going on, guys? I'm Chad. Welcome back to the Dorky and 40 channel. Yes, the DJI FPV system on my Traxxas Trx4 is just amazing. I have had so much fun. It's been wintertime out there. It's cold. It's been snowing. It's been raining. It's been blowing. I haven't been able to see the sun barely at all in the past couple weeks. No telescoping or nothing at all, but I have been able to drive that TRX4 Sport. And maybe if you're interested in doing this to your own TRX4 Sport, or if maybe you got one for Christmas, you're an FPV guy, maybe you're wanting to get into ground, this, I stand by, is the best FPV experience, period. It is so fun to just explore all over the place without bounds, especially if you add CROSSFIRE onto it, all that kind of stuff, and just have a blast. So let me put it on the bench here and I'll show you guys exactly how I have it all mounted up and how it works. No heat issues, no water issues, nothing at all. Let's take a look. All right, so first things first, here is the TRX4 Sport. You can see I have a lot of modifications done to this. You don't have to modify yours at all if you want it to roll around out there in FPV and have fun. But if you don't want to go and chase it, flipping over and stuff like that, I suggest you do some research on YouTube to do at least some of the free modifications that are out there and make your life a lot better. Also, things like these extended fender guard kits and stuff like that, they might prevent you from using some aftermarket bodies that you might want to get into, but they are going to keep everything drier and cleaner on the inside here. So I've done things like tires, foams, all that kind of stuff. Of course, we've got all the light kits and everything. Hobbywing 1080 ESC in there. All pretty much stock for the rest of it. A lot of free stuff. Did change out the servo. So yeah, there's some mods, some extra weight in there to keep playing it a little bit better. All that stuff though is important if you want to do this kind of stuff. And like I said, you don't want to go fishing for your vehicle. So if we take a look right here, I've got a single JST lead wired in off of the ESC here for power. The Vista system can take up to 6S, so this runs a 3S battery, so we can power it directly off a LiPo. Don't have any problems at all as far as like cutout or dropout or nothing like that, so that is all great. But that's a look at the actual TRX4. Now this is where the fun stuff begins. If you take a look at the last video, I'll put a link up here in the corner for you. I'll show you how I basically proved my concept that this would work, and it was pretty warm out back then and everything. And if you look at the actual setup that I built, I took a plate of styrene and I mounted the Vista, the antenna, and 2 fans on it. So the fans are blowing on the Vista at all times to prevent any overheating issues, and I had it all mounted up on here and it worked out just fine. But I wanted to keep everything on the inside, waterproof, all that stuff for winter. So what we got going on top here is we have just 2 standoffs on there, and we've got the Vista camera mounted. I drilled some holes through there, fished up the actual camera wire, took the camera apart to do that. There's a clip inside there. Real nice as far as the camera goes. There's some nice rubber gaskets and stuff like that to keep everything dry. I do plan on still picking up a can of plastic dip to hit like around the edges right here, maybe on the screws and maybe around the lens, just to further waterproof it and everything. But this works out just perfect. And if we flip it over here, you can see that we have a super nice clean install I took that exact same plate that I showed in that video, and I cut out this piece of styrene plastic, probably about a couple millimeters thick, and I added a couple more here in the front to kind of shim it up and make it nice and level. And then I just took shoe glue and put shoe glue all around there to basically create a watertight proof seal, so that way nothing can get up in there to the Vista. I did have to rewire all of my lighting kits and everything like that. So I've got one wire that comes out here for the power, and then this is the light to the lighting kit. I've had this thing out ripping in the snow. Anytime that like the camera doesn't get like rained on or snowed on so I can see. And I've had absolutely zero issues. This setup has just been completely flawless. Love it. And I'll show you a little bit more running video here. We'll play through that. Some daytime and some nighttime running video, so you can see how the Vista does at night when we've got the light bar and all of the lights from the TRX4 on there. So guys, here we are back in my woods trail, courtesy of the Echo Weed Whacker and the Traxxas X Max. Maybe we'll talk about the X Max here soon. It's been a while since I've talked about what I've done with that. I had it for like a year. Anyway, you can see my trails. I went back through and kind of uncovered my cones from the year, so I kind of know where I'm going, but the trail itself is just, it's just a mess. I really have a lot of cleanup to do based on all of the wind and the branches that have fallen and all the junk that's back there too. I got a feeling people are piling stuff up back there besides what I have put back there myself. So anyway, check out how good this video looks at night, man. Like, I'm really impressed how the DJI system, the Vista camera, just really does good day and night, and just driving back here in HD is just awesome. Looking for animals, just looking for anything. And of course, the TRX4 Sport can power through pretty much anything, as I said, in its stock configuration, but any little mods that you can do to it, whether they be free or purchased, is going to keep you from getting into trouble and being able to get yourself out if you want to be super lazy and sit in the warm garage or car and drive your car all throughout your neighborhood or all throughout your property. So that is going to do it for this video, guys. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Have a few more videos for you before the end of the year. Enjoying my time off here, catching up on some things in the model shop, RC shop. Things have been pretty good. So I hope everybody is doing well and had a Merry Christmas. And if you do not watch any of my upcoming videos, have a Happy New Year. Peace and thanks a lot.